Divine Counterfeits, the Warlock's Deception. In the quiet town of Solara, where the veil between the physical and spiritual worlds was thin, lived a man named Nelson. He was a healer, a man of deep intuition and spiritual sensitivity. For years, Nelson had felt a longing in his soul, a yearning for his divine counterpart, his twin flame. He believed in the idea of a sacred union, a love that would ignite his spiritual growth and bring him closer to God. One fateful evening, Nelson met Nellie. She was enigmatic, alluring, and seemed to radiate an energy that drew him in like a moth to a flame. Nellie claimed to be a spiritual guide, a woman of ancient wisdom and mystical power. She spoke of twin flames, soul contracts, and divine love in ways that resonated deeply with Nelson. He was convinced she was the one he had been waiting for. But Nellie was not what she seemed. Unbeknownst to Nelson, Nellie was a warlock, a practitioner of dark magic who had cloaked herself in the energy of a twin flame. She had studied Nelson for years, sensing his spiritual power and the purity of his heart. Using her dark arts, she mimicked the energy of his true twin flame, creating an illusion of divine connection. Her goal was not love but control. She sought to siphon Nelson's light for her own gain. For nearly a year, Nelson was ensnared in Nellie's web. Their relationship was intense, passionate, and filled with dramatic highs and lows. Nellie would shower him with affection one moment, only to withdraw and manipulate him the next. She triggered his deepest fears and insecurities, keeping him in a state of emotional turmoil. Yet, Nelson couldn't let go. He believed their struggles were part of the twin flame journey, that the chaos was a test of their love. What Nelson didn't realize was that Nellie's presence was delaying his union with his true twin flame, a woman named Nicole. Nicole, a soul of pure light and divine alignment, had been searching for Nelson across lifetimes. But Nellie's dark magic had created a barrier, blocking Nicole's energy and preventing her from entering Nelson's life. The turning point came during a meditation session. As Nelson sat in stillness, seeking clarity, he heard a voice, a gentle, loving whisper that cut through the noise of his mind. "Nelson," it said, "you are being deceived. The one you call your twin flame is a counterfeit. Look beyond the illusion." Shaken, Nelson began to question everything. He noticed inconsistencies in Nellie's behavior, moments when her energy felt off, when her words didn't align with her actions. He also began to have dreams of a woman he had never met, a radiant being who filled him with a sense of peace and belonging. He didn't know it yet, but this was Nicole, his true twin flame, reaching out to him from beyond the veil. One night, Nelson confronted Nellie. "Who are you, really?" he asked, his voice trembling with emotion. Nellie's mask slipped, revealing the darkness beneath. She laughed, a cold, hollow sound that sent chills down his spine. "You were a fool to believe in fairy tales," she sneered. "Twin flames, divine love, it's all a lie. I gave you what you wanted, and you fell for it." Heartbroken but resolute, Nelson walked away. He cut all ties with Nellie, severing the energetic cords she had used to manipulate him. He then turned to God, praying for guidance and healing. In a vision, God appeared to him, his presence radiating love and wisdom. "Nelson," God said, "you have been tested, but you have not failed." Nellie was a lesson in discernment, a reminder that not all that glitters is gold. Your true twin flame, Nicole, has been waiting for you. She is your divine counterpart, the one who will walk beside you in love and truth. As the vision faded, Nelson felt a surge of hope. He began to cleanse his energy, releasing the trauma of his relationship with Nellie and opening his heart to the possibility of true love. Months later, Nelson met Nicole. Their connection was immediate but gentle, like the meeting of two rivers flowing into one. There was no chaos, no drama, only a deep, abiding sense of peace and recognition. Together, they began to rebuild what had been lost, their love a testament to the power of divine alignment. Nellie, meanwhile, spiraled into karmic consequences. Her dark magic had created a web of negative energy that eventually consumed her. She was forced to confront the pain she had caused, not just to Nelson but to countless others. Her journey became one of redemption, a long and arduous path toward healing and self-forgiveness. In the end, Nelson and Nicole fulfilled their divine mission, creating a spiritual legacy that brought light to the world. Their union was a reminder to all souls: discernment is the key to divine love.